Today we're going to be making a salt snowflake, one of my very favorite projects because it's so easy and it's just really cool to see the salt absorb all of this really awesome liquid watercolor, okay? So I'm so glad you're here. We're gonna make a couple of these today, one larger one and one smaller one, but I can't wait to show you how to do this cool project. The supplies that you're going to need are going to be some liquid glue. You might have liquid glue that looks like this, or you might have some liquid glue that looks like this. I'm going to be using this because there's more of it. This one's almost out. I've used it 3 or 4 times, so I'm going to be using this, but they're the same thing. Some table salt. You're going to need some just regular table salt. Here I have some, and then some liquid watercolors. If you don't have liquid watercolors at home, you can still do this with regular watercolors. You're just gonna have to mix it up in your tray and apply it with your paintbrush. And then we're gonna be using black paper today, but honestly, you can use any color of paper. Black paper is just what I prefer for this one, because it kind of reminds me of the night sky with beautiful snowflakes falling on it. Okay, to get started, we're going to first draw out our snowflake with our glue. If you feel like you would prefer to use a pencil first, please go get a pencil. You can pause this, go get a pencil, and you can draw your snowflake out first with the pencil and then trace it with the glue. That might be a better idea, okay? I'm going to skip that step and just use my glue to draw because I'm pretty good at drawing at glue or with glue. But if you feel like you might need a pencil, go do that first, okay? I'll be right back here waiting for you. So we're going to do our snowflake with glue, then we're going to apply our salt, and then we're going to apply our liquid watercolors, okay? Then we might cut them apart, see what we like. So, okay, let's jump in. I'm going to put my paper here and begin with my liquid glue. My, everything's just falling around. I'm almost out of my pink watercolor because I've used it so much. Now, whenever I teach people to do a snowflake, I always say start with one straight line, okay? And then you're gonna do an X. 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 Okay, just like that. Now, this is where you get to be creative. You can add little arrows, you can add dashes, you can add dots. You can really do whatever you want here after you create just the framework of your snowflake. So I'm going to create some little maybe arrows pointing downwards on my 4 corners. And then I might do something different here. I might do like 2 dashes. And remember, no 2 snowflakes are alike, even in real life. So you can't get this wrong. Okay, so there we go. Might even make some little dots around. Now what you do to one side, you really kind of need to do to all of them, but you don't have to. I have seen snowflakes that are asymmetrical. I've seen snowflakes that are symmetrical. Ooh, I'm really digging this. This looks good. Okay, I'm gonna stop there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna do my second snowflake too. I'm gonna do another one down here. I'm gonna do my straight line. This is gonna be a smaller one. X, X, and since this one's smaller, I might just do some little dots, like so. Maybe some little dashes in the middle, like this. Okay, there's my glued snowflakes. Now I'm going to apply the salt. Okay, I'm gonna open up my salt. Now, you might not want to pour all of your salt on here because we might need salt for other projects, so just so you know, I'm gonna pour just a little bit in my hand. And I'm just going to kind of put it all on top of my snowflake like that. Okay? And same here. Just like that. And it has to be quite a lot of salt, honestly. Okay, so I have quite a lot of salt on my paper. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my paper and just kind of shake the salt around, trying to get all over this wet glue. I want that wet glue to be covered with my salt. I don't want any pieces of my glue to be without salt. Okay? Oh my. I made some pretty thick snowflakes, guys. Actually, I have a couple little places right here that don't have salt on them. Maybe right here. There we go. And other than that, I think we're pretty good. Woohoo! Exciting. Okay, so at this point you might want to take your salt and move it over. I'm just going to move mine over there and then I'll clean it up in a minute. I have a cleaning crew coming. No, I don't, actually. That's a joke. I clean my own messes up here. But it would be nice to have a cleaning crew, wouldn't it? Okay, I think that I've gotten it mostly off. So funny that salt really absorbed a lot of that liquid. Salt naturally absorbs anything that's liquid, so you'll get to see that here. So my salt is on my snowflakes, and now I'm going to take my watercolors and I'm going to add some color to it. So I'm going to take off my lid, make sure my picture is in frame, and I'm just going to kind of put some little dots onto the salt, and you will see that that salt just absorbs the watercolor. Isn't that cool? And it doesn't really get onto the paper, it just kind of goes directly into the snowflake. And I don't know if you've seen any snow recently. We have here, actually we were out of school yesterday because of snow. This is what the snow looks like. It's really incredible. It really does look like these snowflakes. Okay, so there's some pink. I always start with my lightest color first, and pink was my lightest color. I'm going to do some turquoise, and I like to mix those colors too. There. Awesome. Do you guys like to make snow ice cream? We live in Washington, D.C., and that's one kind of bad part about living in Washington, D.C. is our snow is probably not super healthy. So we don't get to make snow ice cream because it's probably polluted. That's okay. When we go out to Colorado or some other places, we love to make some snow ice cream where the snow is a little less, I don't know the word, dirty. Yeah, that's the right word. Okay, we're almost done. And do you see how I'm just kind of squeezing and touching? You'll get the hang of it. It's pretty easy. Ooh, yummy. And you know what this really looks like to me now? Snow cones. That's a different season. That's more the summer. Okay, so my snowflakes are done. I could just let these dry and then cut them, but I wanted to show you. You could leave it like this, which I'm going to use my screenshot up there. You could leave them like this, or you could cut them into something smaller like this, okay, and have a couple little ones. So whatever you want to do, it's fine. I kind of like this one like this. So, but the key is to let that dry, let it soak in, and you'll get a really cool finished product like this one, okay? Alright guys, we made salted snowflakes today. These are super fun. You know, you can make a lot of other salted patterns too, like fireworks are cool, just abstract, like making some fun lines and then adding watercolor to it. You can do all kinds of things with this technique, so feel free to experiment with it with your leftover materials, okay? Alright, thanks for joining me, and I will see you back here next time.